It's no secret that Twitter is a cesspool of negativity and an echo chamber of ideas. And one of the most toxic communities on Twitter is the art community. And this community has become increasingly hostile with the rise of AI, and recently this hostility has been on full display. It all started with this viral tweet promoting a new Scooby-Doo and Five Nights at Freddy's crossover fan film. And on the surface, this seems pretty innocuous, right? This is a passion project from a small creator, and this guy took the opportunity to build up his animation portfolio by creating a love letter to two iconic franchises with the Rankin-Bass style of animation. This should be something that people are rightfully praising, and yet Twitter is not happy about this. And why is that? Well, the creator of the project used AI to recreate the voices of Velma and Daphne, two Scooby-Doo members, for his project. And as we all know, Art Twitter hates AI, so now they're coming after this kid. And the replies under this viral tweet are kind of insane. Don't support AI, will not watch, AI sucks. And the reply to this tweet, AI sucks, says, this was done as an art portfolio piece for the animation, not to demonstrate voice acting, so there are some people coming out to bat for this kid. And a quote retweet says, to whoever needs to hear this, just because a project isn't made for profit does not make using AI voices okay. The voices are still being chucked into AI programs without permission, threatening their livelihood. Just because you're not making money from it doesn't make it okay. Now, I don't really know how these AI voice generators work. I'm not a super techie person, but from what I understand, you feed it voice samples, and the more voice samples you give the generator, the more accurate the voices sound. So the issue these voice actors have is that with these generators, their jobs will become obsolete, and their voices can be used for productions without their consent or for offensive content. And I can certainly understand that fear, especially for something as personal as your voice, which is also your source of income. So far, this situation has been regulated to replies and quote retweets, but this is where it starts to get serious, starting with this tweet. This film uses AI simulated voices of currently active talent. The inevitable result of this cheap tech will be overexposure, killing their ability to make a living with their formerly unique instrument. Law must catch up now. So this person is calling for legislation against AI, which is interesting. And also in the tweet, he mentions the two voice actors he refers to, the voice actors for Daphne and Velma, respectively. And the voice actor for Daphne actually responded to this person and said, I will never work for this person. I am sharing their name with every voice actor I know. So now they're actively going after this creator and trying to prevent him from working in the animation industry or working with voice actors, which is insane. If you want this person to actually use real voice actors for their project, but you're going out of your way to shun them from other voice actors, then you're going against exactly what you're saying you want them to do. So now the situation is going nuclear. This kid made a passion project for their animation portfolio, used AI for this nonprofit project for certain voice lines, and now people in the industry are going to badmouth him and try to prevent him from working with other people. And keep in mind, the entire time, this kid didn't have a Twitter account. He wasn't inflaming the situation by tweeting about it. All this outrage was generated off of one tweet some random person made because they thought the project was cool. Now, fortunately, there are some people on Twitter who aren't entirely brain dead and are coming together to defend the creator. So let me get this straight. Aegon used AI the way it's supposed to be as a tool in a personal project, which was good. Several people jumped on him for not spending money he didn't have on VAs. Also jumped on him like a bunch of bullies. Did I get that all right? AI is horrible. Someone using AI on a non-project fan animation for their portfolio just because they couldn't afford a ton of VAs or find good impersonators is not horrible. I'd hate for the image of a small, talented animator to get permanently tainted because of this small thing. Creator did some amazing stop-motion work and is getting screamed at for using AI voices despite a shoestring budget. But some VAs will work for free, and speaking from experience, quite a few of them will expect it to get paid unless they're close friends. Look, I hate AI, but I think people are overreacting here. The ideal use for AI is as a tool, but the issue comes when that tool is used to replace or undermine the work of human creatives. In this case, Aegon used AI voiceover in an unpaid piece for his animation portfolio. Now, I think these takes are pretty fair here. I think you can acknowledge the concern that these voice actors have about AI, while also acknowledging that the use of the AI voices in the project was not malicious at all. While all this discourse was happening, the creator of the project created Twitter and made some statements regarding the controversy. And his pinned tweet on his account says the following. Y'all, I don't hate voice actors. I literally just viewed my video as a giant overproduced meme. I didn't really think AI was that big of a deal because the video was just a joke I was making in my free time. I genuinely thought I'd get a couple of hundred upvotes on Reddit at best. So this kid did not think this project would blow up, so he was not using the AI voices for clout. They were being used to service the animation, which being an animator was his primary focus. And then he released a longer statement on his YouTube community page. Hey guys, got a lot of backlash on my usage of AI and I wanted to clarify here. I'm a one-man team. I've never really animated before. I wrote a movie and wanted to teach myself to animate so I could do it myself. I didn't have the cash for VAs, nor have I ever worked with one, so I didn't really know the community well, and as an artist myself, my assumption was that asking VAs for free work would be really disrespectful. And honestly, I didn't think the video would be this big. My thought was that it was just an AI text-to-speech meme that I spent way too much time and effort on. So I understand the impact of AI on voice actors now, and I'm working on a redub of the short with some VAs who kindly offered to help me out on Twitter. I'm not a fan of AI myself, I just didn't have a proper grasp of the situation, having never really dabbled in voice acting. It's my bad. Sorry for any harm I may have caused, I just love FNAF and Scooby-Doo and wanted to make something fun that people might enjoy and add to the old portfolio. Thanks again, everyone. And it really seems like parts of the community are really starting to rally around him, because from a recent tweet, and as he mentioned in his community post, he says that voice actors are volunteering to help him redub the project and give it proper voice acting. Honestly, I just feel really bad for this guy. This was his first major project, it was a passion film that wasn't made for profit at all, and he got dragged on Twitter for it. I'm glad to see that the tides are turning here and that people are supporting him, but this whole situation is just a brutal reminder of how terrible art Twitter is. Anyway, I'm going to link the video below. I personally think it's super cool as a Five Nights at Freddy's fan and as a lover of stop motion animation. Please go check it out and show him some support. I think he has a lot of promise as a creator, and I'm excited to see what he does next.